Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. It is Friday. No, wait. It's Saturday. It is Saturday night. I feel all right. Actually, I got a bit of a stomach bug, but the concept of feeling all right. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone's been having a very good weekend so far. Enjoying the, it's stormed. We had some rain earlier today. We need more rain. It has not been raining a lot this summer. This has been a very, normally it's a very hot summer with a lot of like summer storms. Like you get like a flash thunderstorm a couple days a week. That has not been the case. It's been like, I think we've gotten like 2 big storms in the past like 2 weeks. It is dry out there. Hot and humid. Yeah. The thing is though, it's like, I'm okay with the humidity. It's just like, give me rain. Like, let the rain wash it out. And we haven't been having any of that. It's been pretty bad. So how's everyone been doing? What is up? What are you printing right now? What are you printing right now? Who is your daddy and what is he printing? Go. I have gotten to the point with the Gundam build where I have about a dozen pieces that I need to print, and I can't print any of them because they're all too big for the core ones. Every part I need to print for the Gundam right now is too big for the beds on a core 1. So I have to print them on the XL, which is good because all these parts need like a bunch of support. And I don't want to waste all my CF Pet G that I have left, which isn't much, on support. So that's why I've been doing, people have been like, I've been getting a lot of comments on like the little videos and clips or whatever I've been putting out of printing on the Core 1. People are like, you know, you can only print with the PLA as the interface layer. And that way you don't waste as much time. And it's like, time I'm not concerned with. We will all die one day. I'm in no rush. But money, and by money I mean filament, because if I print the whole thing out of the same material and just use the interface layer, I have a lot of PLA I don't care about. I don't have a lot of Pet G. So the problem I'm having now is I have a bunch of parts that I basically can only print on the XL, and they could only be printed like 1 or 2 at a time, and each one of these parts is like a day-long print. So we're getting near the end. I might be able to actually start putting together the feet, but we're like, I wish I had more XLs. Put it that way. I wish I had more XLs. So, trying to get this. I hate when support doesn't come off in one piece. Yeah, I wish I had more XLs, and I kind of wish the other tool changer that I have, the ProForge, was working a little bit better. One of the tool heads is not being cooperative, and unfortunately, since it's clipper, one has. I'm tempted to just pull off the one tool head and just use the 2. The problem is I can't really use it because part of this whole build is everything's printed on a Prusa, because it's a not quite a sponsored build, like it's not a paid sponsored build, but they are providing all the filament for the Gundam build. So it is a sponsored build. So I'm doing everything on the Prusa, except for the base parts. I'll grab those in a minute. Those are printed on that because 1.9 kilograms of filament in 15 hours. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. Another backpack part for the Gundam. By the way, this is the ankle joint. The other one's downstairs on the Mark IV. This is the ankle joint. So this goes into the foot, and then this is where the calf connects. This is the ankle joint. So if you want to know how big the Gundam's going to be, this is the ankle. This is the part that goes in the ankle. So, by the way, the foot, the red part of the foot that you see there is about this long. It's downstairs. This thing is so stupid. I love it. I am loving how huge and like how big this whole project is becoming. And I'm starting to realize it may not fit in my car. I was hoping to just like, you know, for the trip to 3D Printopia, just like literally sit it in a passenger seat of the car and buckle it up and just go. That was the original plan. I may have to disassemble it and like stack it in the back somehow or something, because we are getting to the point of this build where it's like, do I have a towing hitch? No, I don't have anything to tow. I don't have a trailer. I mean, there have been times when I've needed a trailer, but for every time that I've needed a trailer, I've just rented a truck from like Home Depot for 30 bucks. So I don't have a trailer hitch on my Crosstrek. I could put a roof rack on it. Fit in the path. Yeah, what I'll probably end doing is, the plan is the feet are gonna come off. So I'll be able to take the feet off of it. Okay, this one is the right foot. My box of parts for the feet or the legs are full. Here, let me pull up the actual file here and show you what I'm talking about. So here's the legs. So that ankle piece that you're seeing is this one right here. This part right here is being printed right now. It'll finish around 9:30 today. So the plan is the feet will come off, and then pretty much all of this is fully assembled, because these have ball joints that I could take apart. The problem is with like the knee joints, they're parts that dowel in and they're glued together. So pretty much I can't take apart any of this. This is all going to be one part. The feet will come off. I kind of screwed up, and well, the waist is glued on. It is what it is, but like the pans can come off. But essentially it's going to be here. Let me scroll down. So this is the Gundam here. The feet will come off. The torso is apart. The arms are apart, and the head will be apart. And also the backpack will probably be removable. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 components to put together. Let me go grab the base. Let me just show you where we're at. So this is why I like big printers. I'm sold on big printers. I get it now. This is the base. So these were the parts we printed for the base. These were printed in black PETG, just generic black PETG from Prusa. So I got to figure out what dowels I can use for this, because everything is scaled up. But essentially, like, how does this? You go like that. You go there. You go on that. This will all be glued together. And then 2 dowels come out of here. And they attach to a part that kind of straddles it in the crotchular region. And then the backpack also has a pole going through it. So there's one part for the legs and then one part for the upper body. So this right here is the base. This weighs, I don't have my scale out here, it's downstairs. This weighs at least 2.2 kilograms already, just this. And I might put weight in it as well, just to make it heavier. just to make it heavier so it's a little bit more stable. But yeah, this is the base of the Gundam. So I got to figure out what size pipe I can fit in here. Because it is like 45 millimeters. So I might have to get like PVC pipe that's undersized and then print little adapter pieces or something. It's going to be big. I don't know where I'm putting this. I'm starting to realize when I was figuring out where I was going to put this all, and heck, where I'm going to assemble it all, I was like, this shouldn't be too bad. This will be a future Taylor problem. I am now future Taylor, and I am cursing past Taylor for his hubris. So yeah, we have a little under a month to finish building the Gundam, and then also to figure out how to fit it in a car, and then drive it 8 hours, and hope frickin' US Customs doesn't decide to, let's rip it apart at the border. Because I have to bring it to, you know, Yankee Doodle Land down south to go bring it to the event. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. The member stream might be me in my basement next week trying to build some of this. So if you wanna watch that, make sure you're a channel member or Patreon supporter, or you might luck out and somebody might gift you a channel membership or Patreon membership. And, or it'd just be a channel membership. And you'd be able to come hang out when we do this build. So. Okay. That's enough yapping. Everyone should be here by now. I don't like to jump right into the stream. I like to yap for a bit at the beginning. Give everyone a time to show up. I can finish my beam sabers. I think these go in here so I can pivot, but that's a problem for future Taylor. I do not envy that guy. Okay, good morning. How's the large printer? It's been going pretty good. Print quality isn't the, here, let me grab, you know, a part that was just, so I'm having some, let's call it print quality issues, but not functional issues. So if you look at the print here, you could see some like, now, also, I'm just realizing I haven't had it locked down. The printer hasn't been locked down, so the printer's been wibble wobbling. I haven't actually relocked the tires. I'm just realizing I've been printing on it for like the past 2 weeks with it being able to move around. So anyways, that might affect some of this. But you see we are having some ghosting and some obvious harmonic issues there. And it's more on, I can't remember which way this part was oriented. It's more, one side is a little bit worse than the other. 45 overhang is a little melty with PET G at the speed I'm going, so I may have to, I gotta slow down my outer walls on overhangs. First layer is great though, but for big dumb stuff, it's fine. So big dumb stuff, it's fine. Yeah. But yeah, it could use some definite more tuning. I haven't spent a lot of time tuning it. I'm literally just running the default Voron profile for like you would use on like a V2 on that. So yeah, I could use some tuning. And also I don't have profiles for any of the different plastics made for it. I have one PLA profile that all I've done is change temperatures with for the different plastics. So am I still running? Yes, I am running it as it came. I will be doing some upgrades to it, putting an umbilical on it. I will be swapping out some of the bearings to tooth bearings soon. I gotta order them still. So I'm gonna be doing some upgrades. I'm gonna put a booster on it, and I gotta enclose it. So basically, I will be doing upgrades on it, and then I'll do an upgrade video. But as it is right now, except for reprinting the PETG parts and other plastics like PPS and ASA, so it can take the heat a bit better, and switching it from a whatever stock hot end to a Rapido Ultra High Flow. Other than that, it's stock. It is as they told me to build it. So yeah, the smooth bearings are probably affecting the VFAs. Like the smooth bearings are probably giving it a little bit of the wonkiness, which I kind of expected, but I'm not like, it was a foreseen issue. So last stream, yesterday, we installed this. We catted up a little bracket here for the tool head. So now our cable is actually properly mounted, so we don't have strain on the joint anymore. And also we do have our piano wire going through here. So it is nice and supported, right? So now, today's stream, because it's a Saturday night stream, we're just gonna get it printed and chill for a bit, have a drink, smoke them if you got them. And we're gonna fire this up and see if we can get this pushing plastic. I think the last thing we have to do is like the beacon setup. And then obviously like any final configuration, PIDs and whatnot. But let's get this powered up and doing stuff. So while I'm plugging this in and the printer's booting up, don't forget, every stream we give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Do this now. We will be doing the draw at the end of the stream. Usually it's a 3-hour stream, so around 11 p.m. If we end early, we end early. If we run late, we run late. It is what it is. I'm in no rush. Are you in a rush? It's Saturday night. What else? You're here. You got nothing else going on. You're here. So, oh yeah, and we also have to set up the new XY bounds. Oh, and I do have to reprint this green part. I forgot about that. Got to reprint that. Bed adhesive is always a good idea. Yeah. Vision Miner. I put this shit on everything. Go buy some. Link in the video description. Literally every single printer that I have, textured PI bed, thin coat of Vision Miner, send it. Good for everything. It makes stuff stick really good, and stuff that needs to come off, like PET G, as soon as it cools down. And then if it doesn't want to come off, like you have a little bit of skirting or brim or whatever, Panda Edge takes it right off. Although actually, I gotta lie, I need to print something. I need to get this printer loaded. Forgot, I gotta print one part for the helmet. Well, 2 parts. It's a left hand and a right hand part. And not helmet, sorry, the head of the Gundam. Because of course there's some parts that I completely forgot to print that I didn't realize until I went through the parts bin today. I was like, oh, I can put the head of the Gundam together, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing parts. So we gotta print those. I'm alphabetizing my spice rack. Ooh, there you go. Alphabetize them by weight. Back when I was in reserves, I used to do GD weekends at the armories when they did training courses. Just easy money, got nothing going on for a weekend, just do general duties for a course, you know, bring them meals and whatnot. And every now and then it would be like, can you just like keep an eye on them, keep them busy while like the instructors were doing stuff? And I was like a corporal, so I could yell at unranked privates. And it's like, you just walk into a room after making them running around, get them all tired and everything, get them all like stressed. And then you walk in a room and be like, I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. I want you organized alphabetically by height, and just leave. Just leave. And come back and see how they figure it out. Like, what does he mean alphabetically by height? Like, I don't know, you figure it out. You'd be surprised how creative some people can get. Bagel dough, ooh, bagels. I'm not a fan of hearty breads. I know it sounds really weird, but I find bagels too dense. I'm not a fan of dense bagels. Now, give me a good cinnamon bagel. Ooh, I'm good. But I find a lot of bagels too dense for my liking. Okay, so what do I need to print? I need to print H13 and H14. So This is the Prusa Core 1 high flow. This is, do we have Buddy? Is Buddy in here? I think I updated the list, so we should have Buddy. Buddy 3D, there we go, Pet G. Structural. Gundam parts. Head. Age 13 and 14. So I need to print these two parts. Where's the Gundam? 200%. So here's the question. How the heck am I going to print these? This is what I mean by a lot of this is a nightmare. To like, what is the optimal way to print this? Obviously, we're going to have a ton of support. I'm thinking just send it like this. Just support on build plate and whatever, support everywhere. Print settings, support. So we'll go with organic. That might be okay. That might be okay. Well, the problem is I could print this on the XL with like a PLA support and it would be great. It's been working great. The problem is I have one XL and it's going to be busy for the next week printing stuff. So we might just send it like this and we'll see what we get. Take the time to paint on. I'll be honest. Yeah, let's see. What do we got? What if I paint on supports? Okay, so we'll do about that. Smart fill, overhangs only. Okay, so we need support here, 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 here. Like this is, okay, that can bridge. This could bridge, so I'm going to trust this to bridge. That looks, that'll print. You know what's funny? See all this? You're only going to see this little part here. All of this is going to be inside the head, so you won't see it. Oh, we got to support there. Support there. Okay, so let's see. Support and forces only. Okay, that looks a little bit more reasonable. As long as that bridges, which it should bridge, because you'll have a little bit of support in the middle. So it's not that big of a bridge. That'll bridge. That'll bridge. That'll bridge. Print it on an angle. I mean, let's see. What if we put it on this? Print that. That might be a bit better, actually. You know what? Okay, so let's do this. Remove all selections. Okay. I'm gonna kilt you up like that on build plate. Looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. We're just gonna roll like that. Put a brim on just to be a little bit secure. Cause that's, takes 2 seconds to clear a brim off, and it might take your print. That'll work. What's faff? Faff. Faffing about. I don't know. Faff. I don't know if it really messing around, faffing about. It's one of those fun words in English that somebody just made up one day and doesn't really mean anything, but YOLO send it. So, English is fun. Faff is a great word. I had somebody accuse me of, apparently they thought that word was offensive. It's like somebody thought that Canuck was an offensive, derogatory word. Kind of like, well, obviously I can't say many of these words, so I'm not going to, but you know how certain people from certain countries and certain ethnic groups, there are derogatory terms for that ethnic group or people from that country. So somebody thought Canuck was one of those words. And I'm like, my brother and Chris, we have a hockey team called the Canucks. Like an NHL team is called the Canucks. It's like calling somebody a Yank or a Yankee, right? I watched a lot of New Yankee Workshop as a kid, and I couldn't call Canuck Workshop, so Canuck Creator, if you want to know the origin of the name. I'm a Canadian and I make stuff. There we go. Back to my igloo. I could see America from my house. I mean, I actually can. Detroit's right there. Okay. Looks like I need a new Core 1 for the Core 1. Get a Core 1. Core 1s are nice. I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Personally, because I know aesthetics are one of those things, everyone has their opinion. I think the Prusa Core 1 is the best looking enclosed Core XY machine currently on the market. Something about the black and orange. The Prusa Core 1, in my opinion, compared to a lot of like the freaking beige box, well, white box, enclosed Core XYs that everyone else puts out with like the plastic sides or the thin sheet metal that's not even magnetic. The Prusa Core 1 is a very aesthetically pleasing. It's got enough machine to it. It's got enough machine to it to make it not look like an appliance. It looks a little bit, it's got a little bit of that industrialness to it, I think. So yeah, I'm just happy to finally have a Core XY. Woo! What about the Construct 3D with its bamboo side panels? I would put it in a different category. The bamboo. The Construct 3D is more of a prosumer machine, I think. I'll be honest, I don't know what their MSRP price is. I mean, bamboo does have an aesthetic to it, don't get me wrong. But I like the look of the Core 1. And I like the fact that I could stick magnets on it. Like, you know, I can't stick my fish on a Voron. I can't even stick it on my Pantheon. $10,000. $10,000 for this printer. And my fish won't stick. But you know what? Prusa Core 1, fish sticks. Ergo, Prusa Core 1 better. Simple as that. Core 1 doesn't look nice. See, that's the thing. Aesthetics are a personal thing. So. I like fish sticks. See, here's the thing. I'm not Kanye, so I understand the joke. Which apparently I read a thing. Apparently, like, real life Kanye doesn't get that joke. He didn't get it. Somebody had to explain it to him. And he still was like, eh? Then again, Kanye's kind of, we've lost him. He's gone. Okay. Enough faffing about. Let's actually get to working. So printer, printingly. Where were we at? I have no idea where we were at. Let me... But he did graduation. Yeah, and then he went off the loony bin head. Okay. So obviously we don't have a webcam, Home all. So XY homes, so that works. And then I think we don't have, yeah, beacon. Okay, so we got to do the beacon setup. So I need to get on the beacon thing. Beacon probe setup. So the plan today, for those wondering what the big plan today is for the stream, first things first, you're gonna like the smash button. So everyone scroll down right now, hit the like button. Apparently the algorithm has changed and now it really cares about likes. So just everyone open a tab up and just open up every one of my videos and hit a like button on it. Apparently likes are very important now in the algorithm with YouTube, because of course we can't just like leave stuff alone. But anyways, apparently likes are important now. But anyways, long story short, the plan is to try and get this printing. I just wanted to get it working we'll just spend the night printing something, make sure it works, get like the PID tune and all that out of the way. And then on the Tuesday stream, we're gonna put Calico on here. Calico? Calico? I'm gonna call it Calico. Somebody will tell me it's Calico, so I'll switch between the two, and I'll annoy everyone. So we're gonna put Calico on here on Tuesday. So I wanna make sure it's working good today, and we have like the baseline config good, and then on Tuesday we'll put Calico on it, and then we'll go from there. Does that sound good? Good? Good. Good. I'm drinking my gamer subs. By the way, I was smart and I finally set up the air conditioner unit with like an actual drain pipe for a continuous drain instead of having it fill up and then having to open the door and drain it. I have a bucket back there and it filled it up in 5 hours. Now, granted, it's not like a Home Depot bucket, but it's like an old pot. So it's about this round, about that tall. And it filled it up in 5 hours of water. I mean, I've had this running for 2.5 hours and it's already halfway up the bucket. So remind me at 11 to check the AC, or remind me at 10 o'clock to check the water level. Okay. So, quick start on the beacon. So, okay, so we've done this. We have the beacon part in here, I believe. Yeah, so we have the beacon part in here. What is the, hey, Luke. Hi, Luke, you're here. What is the beacon XY offset on a takeoff tool head? Because I need that, apparently. I mean, it's actually the X offset, or the Y offset will be 0. The X will be, where do you measure from? Is it like the middle of the logo? Is it like 25 millimeters? It looks like 25 millimeters? I'm assuming 25 millimeters. It looks like 20. Looks like 25 millimeters. So X left would be negative, so 25. There we go. Oh, negative 23.48. Okay. I'm sure that 1.52 millimeters wouldn't measure too much, but there we go. Okay, so that's that. So we have that, update values, be sure to, oh yeah, we gotta set our XY. So I gotta set that up. I just want it to home first. I wanna move the bed up. We have the safe set home already set up, I believe. Safe. Yeah, we have safe set home, which is the middle of the bed. Okay. Your Z configuration needs for stepper Z, end stop, probe, virtual end stop, number. Use beacon as virtual end stop. So I think we already have this for Z. Yep, virtual end stop. And then what was the other thing? Homing retract distance. Homing retract. Okay, that's 0. As long as it doesn't ask. Yeah, do not be using ChatGPT for your Clipper stuff, guys. Let's be honest. Don't be trusting no clanker when it comes to your config for your 3D printer. They don't know. Okay, restart. Okay. Beacon requires a valid bed mesh. Do we have a bed mesh? Bed mesh. Yep, we have a bed mesh section. Okay. So then what was this whole thing about? Position the nozzle in the center bed. You will need to adjust the coordinates for your machine, or feel free to use that. G0X, what is this? Oh, just, okay, move to, okay. So save and restart. Okay. So, home X. Okay. Home Y. Okay, so now, G1, X150, Y 50. Go. Let's do this so you guys can see. Also, this gives me a chance to mash the E stop if I screw up. Patrick, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Cheers and appreciate it. And Andrew Rogers, $10 for the How Chu Doing fun. I'm doing well. Tube-tastic. Tubular. Okay. Okay, so we do that. So we're in the middle of the bed, although we're not quite in the middle of the bed because I think right now it's set up for a 300 millimeter bed. I couldn't remember if this was 250 or 300. The problem is we're going to lose Y. We are definitely going to lose Y. Because with the takeoff and the fact that we have XY motors here, stuff is going to hit. So I'm just going to make, instead of having two little stupid cutoff areas in the front, which were no-go zone, I'm just going to chop off the front of the printer, essentially. We're just going to chop off the front of the printer. I've got printers that are 600 millimeters cubed. I don't need the exact 300. So we're going to have like 280Y and 300X, hopefully, or whatever it ends up being. Okay, so we're in the middle of that. Beacon, calibrate. Go. I have to move it up all the way. Nope, we gotta go negative. This is annoying. So the problem is I can't do that too much because it will like buffer. Beacon auto. There is no beacon auto calibrate. It's just beacon calibrate. Can I just type beacon auto calibrate? I'm following the actual instructions. Should I do beacon auto calibrate? Abort. Beacon auto calibrate. Go. Initial approach. I got my hand on the E stop, and by E stop the power. I haven't done anything, by the way. I just like, hopefully this works. Why am I not putting a tube on the Venture XL? Oh, we got a red light. Come on, do something, do something, do something. Oh, okay, good. Collecting samples. Oh, I shouldn't be touching the desk. I'm gonna let it do its thing. It's working. Beacon calibrated. Is that it? Do I just hit save and move on with my life? 0.6. What am I doing? Okay. So I just hit save and config and move on with my life? Okay, save config. Okay. Do I need to do like the whole calibration thing or is it good? So I can home all. Like, can I print now? Am I good to print? Or do I got to do the nozzle calibration, like the... Assuming I can mesh? Well, let's do a Z tilt. I probably should set up my bounds first. Okay, so that is that. So now I need to figure out how much actual print volume I have, because here is the problem. So disable motors. Motors are disabled. Okay, so the problem we have now is this is a lot bigger than the stock tool head, obviously. So the problem is I can go to the, X is fine. X is fine. Okay. The problem is going forward is the beacon hits the Z rod. So and I hit the motor mount right about there. So what I'm going to do is wherever this is going to be max. I'm just going to chop off the front of the printer essentially. Yeah, it's got long Z rods. Like I could cut the Z rod, but I really, you know what really sucks? On this side, it clears. On this side, it clears the motor. On this side, it doesn't clear the motor. The takeoff is slightly left or right biased. Or actually, I'm off the bed there. Wait a minute. I'm off the bed there. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, so let's try something. G0, X300, Y300. Yeah, go home. Go home. Okay, wow, we have a lot of over travel on here. That's not 300. So, okay, oh God, I gotta figure all this out now. I gotta do math. I don't wanna do math because the whole geometry of our tool head shifted. Fiddlesticks. Okay, what do we tell it we have? I forgot the whole XY geometry is different because the nozzle position is different. So that is position max is 300. And for Y is 311. Okay. So X is... Okay, so we're gonna have to shift you, because if you think you're 300, and you think we got 311. Okay, let's see here. Close that. Damn you, grade 8 math teacher telling me I'd have to use freaking math in the future. Okay, so Y, we can go back a bit on the Y. 1, 2. Okay, so that's max right there. That is, okay, so that's that. So home X, home Y. Okay, so that is that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna make this nice and easy. I'm gonna go to printer.cfg, and instead of dealing with these stupid round numbers, I'm just gonna make it 300. I'm just gonna tell it 300, 300, okay? 300, 300. Or actually, no. Yeah, we'll do 300, 300 for now. Okay, so that's 300, 300, 300, 300. Okay, save and restart. Vibe coding printer.cfg. Just ask ChatGPT. I am so terrified of the future that all this AI shit is leading us down. Like, it's sad when because you're in the industry, right? I'm a YouTuber, I pay attention to YouTuber stuff. You see the same chat program that everyone uses to edit their videos and everything, and it gets super annoying super fast. So yeah. Okay. So, 300, 300, it thinks it's 300, 300. So, let's go. G0, X0. Go this way. Okay. So if you are there, can I bring you forward without crashing? That is going to crash. Yeah, so we have a crash condition right here. Yeah, right there is a crash condition. And unfortunately, so here's the thing. I can either sacrifice a sliver on this side, sacrifice about five millimeters. So if I sacrifice 5 millimeters there, I can now, I wish I had a mobile camera. I could do this. Right there. So what is that? 11. Let's do 12. Or 10. There we go, 10. So there we go. So if I sacrifice 5 millimeters of X, I can gain 10 millimeters this way. Roughly. Actually, no, I gain a lot more than that. I gain like 45 millimeters. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so machine printer.cfg. So that means for X, our X maximum is now 295. Okay. And then our Y is, so 300. So it is 290. Y is 290, right? Y would be 290. Printer.cfg. So here's the thing. We're going to have over travel here because I believe the end stop position is greater than that. So let's see. So save and restart. Okay. So let's see here. Use it for summaries. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. Okay. I am so paranoid when it does that rapid Z. It just whoop. Okay. So if I go G0, X0, Y0, please don't crash. Go. Woo! It did not crash. It did not crash. So we are good there. And that is on the bed. So here's the question. If I go G0, X 290, or wait, what do we tell it? What do we tell it? What do we tell it? We got X295, Y290. So X, G0, X, 295, Y, 290. Go. Because I think our end stop position, we're not gonna have 290. I think we're over traveling the end stops, or over traveling the bed. Okay. So we should be going, yeah, okay. Wow, that's a lot. Our Y end stop position is approximately, with this new tool head, so at 290 we're good, but print volume is, I can't see because I need a light, 15 millimeters. So it's, we're gonna lose about 15 millimeters of Y. So the position of the end stop is 290, but position max is 275. 275, safe. Okay, and then for Y, or for X, I mean, we are overhanging the bed ever so slightly. I should actually rehome that. 1 second. 1 second. Let me rehome this. Or actually, let me move Y -10. Bring the bed up a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oop, there we go. What did I bump? Oh, we're good. So you are approximately hanging, oh, it's a millimeter. Should I care about a millimeter, class? Do I care about the nozzle overhanging the bed by a millimeter? It is exactly 1 millimeter. I lose exactly 1 millimeter from overhanging the bed. I'm just gonna ignore that. I don't care. How often do you print right to the edge of the bed where it's actually critical? If the brim hangs off the bed, I don't care. Okay, so now, so machine, printer.cfg, so 275 is our max for Y. X, our max is 290, I think. Yeah, X is, or 295. So save and restart. Oop. Position end stop and stepper Y must be positioned between position min and position max. What? I mean, I could just go on the slicer and tell it. You know what? I'll just do it in the slicer. Screw it. I'll just tell it in the slicer it's got 275 max of Y. So it's not a big deal. I'll just set in the slicer. Yeah, so if we go here, Seabore quad XY, discard. Oh, none of this fits. A, delete. So if we go in the slicer, machine G code, or so. Where is my? Position X, 295. Position Y, 275. Okay. There we go. All that math for nothing. I know. Save. Okay. That's that. So now, just double check. Let's just double check. Home all. Okay. Let me double check my bed mesh here. Bed mesh. because I need to go from, okay, so we can't go that high. 260 XY, yeah. Save and restart. Let's try that. No, it doesn't hit the front motor mounts. I've had to, it actually clears better than a afterburner or a stealth burner actually. It's actually, this is somehow a bit narrower than a stealth burner. So it actually somewhat clears, although it clips this one, and also the beacon mount will hit this rod if we come all the way. So essentially, if I sacrifice 5 millimeter of X, I can gain like 20 millimeters of Y. If that makes sense. Okay, so let's do a Z tilt. This bed is dirty. For buying a new printer, debating between an Anycubic Cobra S1 and a Creality K1C. I have a Raspberry Pi 5 and was curious if it can connect either. Which one's the Cobra S1? Personally, I don't have any experience with the Anycubic Cobra. I have used a K1C. They were fine. You do not need the Raspberry Pi. If a printer has Clipper, you don't need a Raspberry Pi at all. Raspberry Pi, you don't need it. If you have Clipper on the printer, which a lot of these machines nowadays ship with Clipper, I hate all these stupid fucking pop-ups all these sites use. So bloody annoying. Go away. But yeah, if you're using a modern, yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. For extra, no, you don't. Extra compute isn't a thing with 3D printers right now. You can't take a printer running Clipper and then strap another Raspberry Pi to it. It doesn't work that way. So might need a new bed STL to exclude. No, we're not using a bed STL at all. We're just using a rectangular. The way it's set up now, I can probably get a couple more millimeters up front here if I make like a weird shaped bed. I just don't care, and I just made the bed square. I just rounded it off until it's a square bed. So I don't care about the whole whatchamacallit. Okay, height map. Calibrate. Go. Aren't beacons fun? Aren't inductive probes fun? 0.072 millimeters over a 300 millimeter bed. I can dig it. Who wants to print something? So before we get too far, let me put the base in this so I don't accidentally, well, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. Those wires are protected. There we go. Okay, so that's that. No, we got to PID tune the, we haven't PID tuned the whatchamacallit. Do I have a center macro? I do not. G0, X150, Y150. And we got a PID. But yeah, for the person asking about printers, is there a specific reason you were looking at the Creality K1C or the Anycubic Cobra S1? Are there specific reasons you're looking for those printers? So I need to know why, because there are also, like, if you're looking for a cheaper option, there's a Centauri Carbon. I don't have any experience with that, but I've heard good things. There's also the Flashforge Adventurer, A85M, I believe, or A5M. Those are all also good, cheap options. They've reached out to me. Apparently, they're going to send me an 85X, which is their, like, four color changer one. I'll be playing with that, hopefully, in the next little bit. But, yeah. So, what is the Clipper PID? I can never remember the stupid Clipper PID thing. I always have to copy it. A PID. PID. There we go. So this will be an enclosed printer, so we'll PID at 250. I did check last time to make sure the heater actually worked. And it does. So, wow, look at all the stuff we have there. There's another artillery. Here's the thing, you know what really sucks? Like, it's really good for the consumer, but we are literally going through the era of the Ender 3 again, only now they're enclosed Core XYs. So instead of everyone having an Ender clone, everyone has an enclosed Core XY clone. And I'm not going to call them Bamboo clones because that gives more credit to Bamboo than they deserve because they were inspired by Voron, according to them. So Bamboo's a Voron clone. Also, this is the conductive version of the tube, so there is no heatsink fan. It's just tanking that heat. Bamboo is now a clone of itself. I'm honestly disappointed in the fact that they really haven't, like, in terms of like new tech to 3D printing, their biggest contribution is the AMS. Nothing in their printer is really groundbreaking other than like price to performance stuff, and the fact that they were like one of the first people on the market to come out with a competitive enclosed Core XY at under $1,000. But now everyone else is coming out with cheaper enclosed Core XYs, and they really haven't done anything else to improve upon the standard Core XY formula. Ooh, it is smoking? Well, hopefully it's just off gassing. I can't remember if I put stuff in it, but it is smoking. I'm assuming that's just oil burn off. Yeah, because I also put paste on it and whatnot, so I'm assuming it's just burning off that stuff for its first heat up. Also, I'm really happy I'm wiping this right underneath the really hot nozzle. No magic pixies. The lights are still blinking, so we're good there. I don't have a spool holder for this. I got it this spool holder? Shoot, where'd the other half of the spool holder go? Uh-oh. Did I drop it? No, I thought I had it. I mean, I could just use one of, I'll just use this. What are you? Oh, you're the buddy stuff. There we go, spool holder. Yeah, it's burning off, So are we gonna debase this thing and print some PLA? Oh wait, we still have to set up the fans. That's right, I still had to set up the fans. I still gotta set up the fans on this. What is in here rattling? Why do I have screws in here? Throw on PLA? I mean, you get higher flow rates with PETG, or with ABS. We will get more flow with ABS. Yeah, I don't know where I put the other half. I used it for something and I put it somewhere and I don't know where it went. I think it fell on the floor, but I don't know where on the floor. Because my floor is a mess right now of, let's just say everything. Because I've got boxes of Gundam parts everywhere. PETG sucks. Hey! That's not bad for PETG. You really gonna shit on the 60-pound, 6-foot-tall Gundam? That's all PETG? Are you coming? By the way, Luke, you're gonna be at 3D Printopia, right? You'll be at 3D Printopia, right? Because we got to chat about something for the big guy. This guy over here, it needs more flow. I mean, we're already got, oh, and my light died. So apparently there is a conspiracy going on in our area right now. This has been like, make its way around like the local Facebook group. Apparently there's like an issue with the power grid in where I live, where it just flickered with the not even plugged in. What is going on with you? Okay, I really gotta get a new light. Apparently it's like low voltage, like it's supposed to be like 110, like 115, 110 nominal, and apparently it's like 105 right now. So I don't have something I'm willing to plug into the wall to check it. Are we still PID2ing? Yeah, we're still PIDing. For Tube Fun? Yeah. So we got to get these fans working. So Jupiter front. So where are the fans at? Because I've got two fans. So okay, the pins are multi-pin heater, Jupiter front. So I've got the two part cooling fans are plugged into the two fan ports that are right next to each other. The one on top, the ones that are like right next to each other on the right. So I got to figure out extruder front. So that's that. Where's the fan? Okay. So is this the part cooling fan, I'm assuming? Because let me see, what do I got? I'm plugged into... I really wish you had a pinout of this on the website. PWM TAC. Okay. Where's the pin number? I can't see the pin number. What is the pin number? I can't see. Yeah, it's the multi-pin. So is this the multi-pin for the two fans? Oh no, that's heaters. Luke's Lab, Jupiter. The pins are in my config, are they? Where? Okay, those are the end stops. But okay, there's fan. Okay, so fan, generic fan 1. I'm just looking at all this. Okay. So I just need to see, because I'm plugged into these two fans right here. Fan, fan generic, fan champ. 3 fan ports. Okay, so multi-pin heater. So I need to set up a multi-pin for the fan. So I'm going to steal this multi-pin fans, and we will just cheat and use every fan here. I'll just put all of them, because if I'm not using it, who cares? So we got fan, and then generic fan is PC2. And then generic fan 2. Where's champ fan? F0, F1, and F2 are the fan ports. So I'm using these two right here, which I don't know which. What are they labeled as? I'm using these two. Champ fan is just a fan I use on the Pro. Okay, so I need these two. So why is there a pin and then enable pin? There's enable pins for this? How does this work with the quad fan? Because PC0 is already being used. So it's PC0. I suck at clipper configs. I know it's really weird for me to say this, but I suck at clipper configs. I've never done multi-pin with 4-pin fans. So champ fan isn't a thing. I don't need to worry about champ fan, so I can disable champ fan. Yeah, just Discord. Yeah, just send it to me on Discord. I just need the part cooling fan. I just need the 2 fans for part cooling, and that's it for fans. So we're just going to ignore that. Don't save. And then, oh, PID's done. So PID's done. Save config. So we'll save that. Save config section, extruder option control conflicts with current value. Oh, do I gotta... Old PID, I'm assuming. Yeah. Deleted. Save. Save config. What? Control conflicts with current value. What do you mean conflicts with? Save config section, extruder option control. I shouldn't have any extruder stuff in here. PID. What's going on here? Oh, okay. No, we're set for PID. We're set for PID. We're set for PID. What am I? Save and restart. Oh, there we go. I don't know if the PID saved. Oh, we got an error. Option PID KP and section extruder must be specified. Oop. Shoot. This is why I hate looking at 20 different configs. PID, KP, and section and extruder must be... What? Extruder. Keep it front. I might have screwed this up, I think I might have screwed this up because I deleted that whole block. And apparently I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. So we're just gonna go to backup file. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Whoop. Copy that. Hide backup files. Oop, not sonar. ZipG. Oh, there we go. Save and restart. Oh, nope, we're still getting an error. Option control and section heater bed must be specified. I didn't control. Oh, PID. Nope. Why are we getting these errors now? I didn't mess up. I didn't touch anything in the bed. I didn't mess with any bed stuff. Okay, you know what? What? Right, back to files. Okay, so we're gonna go to this one is from earlier today, November 17th. Wait, today's the 16th. Oh wait, no, that's old. Oh, these are really old backups. Okay, here's a backup from earlier today, 8:36 p.m. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go down here, and we're just gonna copy all of this save config section. Copy. Printer.cfg. We're just gonna throw this all in. Okay, I'm gonna not mess with the beacon stuff, because I kind of want to keep that. There we go. That should be good. Save A. Restart. Stop complaining. Why are you complaining all of a sudden? Heater bed must... Why is it complaining about bed heater stuff? I never messed with the bed heater. Like, I didn't touch the bed heater stuff at all. Like... An extruder must be... What the fuck did I break? Here, I don't see any KP stuff. Control F, KP. KP isn't in here at all. Okay, you want to be this way? You want to be this way? Okay, we're gonna go to printer.cfg. We're gonna scroll down here. We're gonna grab these right here. Okay. Copy this. Close that. Printer.cfg. Or no. Jupyter front. Okay, extruder, because I don't see any KP anywhere. We're gonna go here. Gonna put you there. There. Quit your bitching. There we go. Now I probably got to do a PID again. But did you get the fans working? Did you send me the fans stuff? Let's see. Okay. Okay, champ fan is just simply that. So the enable pins, 12 is also switch, but there's 12 pin. I don't care. The enable for 4 pins is simply that. It's going to run 2 4 pin. Okay. Yeah, I thought you were just going to send me a config. I just need a config for the 2 fans to turn on for fan. What is Jupyter? Jupyter front is just the Jupyter board. I'm assuming Luke has a front and a back board, but he just sent me the... Explain the theory. I don't give a shit about theory, man. I just want copy, paste, printer, go burr. Copy, paste, printer, go burr. I'm going to rerun the PID. I got to rerun the PID anyways. Theory? Who needs theory when we have Control-C, Control-V? So we're re-PID tuning this now. Hopefully it doesn't smoke. By the way, the Core 1 is printing beautifully. Nothing is, like personally, I find nothing more annoying than working on a printer that has gone through multiple revisions and you have like original config from the OEM, then stuff you changed, then stuff that was changed because you changed out hardware, then stuff that was changed more because instead of a cartographer, you have a beacon. And instead of a, whatever toolhead board shipped with it, you put a stealth burner on it, and then you replace that stealth burner with a Jupyter board. So you have like 8 different legacy configs just kind of kit bashed together, and it's trying to work, and it's just like, ah. Like, this is why, like, I have a way I set up my configs where it's like config, main board config, everything that's on its own separate board has its own .cfg file, and then macros have their own CFG file. So you have as many CFG files as you have for controller boards, and then your printer.cfg references each one, and the printer.cfg includes your main controller board, and then you have a macro.cfg file, and you just include it all. So it's like stuff that I normally put in one file is in a different file, and it's like, where is it all? And it's like, ah! How do I mine for fish? Factory electronics, they often so many bugs. Dude, nothing is more annoying right now. As much as I love Clipper, seeing some of the way some of these companies are implementing Clipper in their machines, like, don't get me wrong, for most people that just want to make plastic boat, it doesn't really matter. But if you're coming from a position of, hey, I like Clipper, I know how Clipper works, I like it doing certain things and behaving certain ways, I'm gonna adjust stuff, and seeing how badly they butchered some of it, it's like, ugh. That's why Project Redwood was start. Yeah, we need to talk about that. You're gonna be at 3D Printopia, right? Cartographer, my beloved. I'll be honest, I got machines with Beacon. I got machines with Cartographer. I can't tell the difference when they're working. They're both inductive probes. They're both just inductive probes. I'm sure that's gonna annoy some people when I say that, but they're both just inductive probes. We're gonna do it with Prusament PLA. Sound good? Why? Because it's bright orange. And it's been on the floor, so I gotta get rid of it. Luke will be there, that's good. I will say, I probably will agree that there's better QC with the Beacon over the Cartographer, because both Cartographers I've used are like weird versions from Seabor. Beacon will never use CAN. Really? I mean, I'm kind of happy that we're moving more towards, CAN is nice for printers that have multiple tool heads, but for single tool head, average size printers, USB is perfectly fine. I'll be honest. So we'll finish the PID. I'll make sure the extruder is working. I got to set up the part cooling fans. You got the config, Luke? I haven't checked Discord yet. And then we'll get the part cooling fans going. Make sure they're going, because right now only one part cooling fan turns on. And it does this like weird ramping thing. What's the reason? I don't know why. I'm not a developer. I mean, I remember when Beacon was called Donut. It's been a while. CAN sucks in their opinion. It's more annoying. Yeah, Clipper's CAN implementation can be a little bit at times, especially when you're setting it up for the first time and you've never done it. Luckily, there's the esoterical guide, which makes it a lot easier if you have something of a stock config, because it's just a lot of copy and pasting and it works. Yay. But even then, it's still kind of annoying. Cobra OS thing is Clipper. Well, it's like Creality. Creality calls their firmware Creality OS when it's just Clipper with a skin. And they do everything they can to hide it. It's all comes down to, over there, when you have a new idea, and you get patents on stuff, you get more money. You get more investment from the government and other VC and whatnot. So you're incentivized to basically try and claim as much stuff as your own for the benefits that having a portfolio of, look at all the stuff my company has. So it's incentivized over there. So yeah, we totally have our own operating system for 3D printers called Creality OS. It's totally not Clipper with a skin. Give us more money. So. But yeah, CAN is really good if you're building a stealth changer, which we will be building a stealth changer on this channel whenever LDO kits are ready. We will be building one. That is a good implementation of CAN. For example, right now, the ProForge I have, which we built, I haven't been using it. It has multiple tool heads. They're USB. I'm having USB errors where it's losing connection to one of the tool heads mid-print. It's being annoying. So, yeah. A plethora of gun plush arrive on the 20th. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, waiting on this PID. Okay, PID done. Save config. Existing config autosave is corrupted. Can't complete. You want to be like this? You want to be like this? Copy. Sheen. Jupiter front. Nope, that's not what I want. You want to be like this, eh? You want to be like this. Just do it the manual way. There. Happy? You happy? You happy? Okay. And then Luke DM me some stuff here for multi-pin. Sheen. Jupiter front. So we have fan. And then, so we got multi-pin fan enable. Okay. So this would be this one. And then enable pin would be this one. And then I could delete these. Okay. Save and restart. Why are you giving me errors? Pin PA5 is used multiple times in the config. What is champ fan? Down here. I'm assuming I can get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So now let's see if we get our part cooling fan. So fan go burr. Oh my God, that's a lot of air. They're running at 0 RPM, but they're running. How noisy is it? Yes. Okay. Let's load some filament in this guy. Which way is lock? That is lock. There we go. All the way down. Okay. So, me being the big brain that I am, I should have measured this. Did the config you send me have the gearing for an LGX Pro, by the way, for the extruder? Extrude. We'll do 50 millimeters at 5 millimeters a second. Extrude. Pro. You're not moving the filament at all. What is going on here? Oh, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. So extruder direction pin. So that. Yeah, it's an LGX. It's whatever one you sent me. Rotation distance is 3.99. 3.99. Run current 0.6. What do we got for run current? 6. So it's 3.99. What is it? LGX Lite Pro. Yeah, this guy. Okay. Technical data sheet, quick start, step files. Where is the data sheet? Which one of these would have the gearing on it? Because I don't know what the gearing is. I'm assuming the gear ratio is... What is the gear ratio? None of them? None of them have a gear ratio? Oh, okay, so it's just 399. Oh, 399. Okay, rotation distance. Okay, save, restart. Okay, so let's set 220. Oh, 220. There we go. Okay, let's extrude 5 millimeters. Why are you not extruding? What is going on here? 220 on the hot end. We are not melting. Oh, it just heat crept like a mofo. There we go. Did I put, yeah, I put the PTFE in. Stop. There we go. We're good. I can dig that. I can live with that. Okay, so what is our max flow rate? It's a tube. Let's do some stupid speed benching bullshit. So we are printing MISC PLA, I guess. For flow rate, let's go to 99. Why not? We're on spec. So we'll do 2 walls, 5 top, 5 bottom, quality 0.2. Yeah, that looks fine. Speed. What speeds are we doing? Oh, we can go fast. I don't know what the handy models, benchy. Okay, so let's do outer walls 300, inner walls 400, or 400, 450, sparse infill 500, internal, yeah, we'll leave that at 200 for the top layer, top surf. Look at my travels. First layer, we'll leave the first layer a little slow. Oh, there's my travels. Does that look good? That should not be a... Oh, wait. Do we have a min layer time? Layer time? Cooling. No cooling for that. Layer time, 0. 0. We got no min layer times. I don't know why it's a 41-minute benchy. Don't think that's right. Yeah, whatever. We'll see what we get. See what we get. Whatever happens, happens. Did I tighten that nozzle? Do I have a nozzle tightening device out here? I don't think I do. Hopefully that nozzle is tight. I have this, but that ain't gonna fit on it. Can you see where Ukraine... Yeah, I did see that. Good on them. Freaking almost 4 clicks. That is... The longest I've ever taken a rifle out to is a couple 100 meters. I've done a couple kilometers, but that was a C6 on a tripod. So almost 4K. Now, granted, you need to understand when you're you know, popping rooskies at that distance, it's luck. It is all luck. You're basically walking it in. You're basically taking a pot shot and adjusting and hoping for the best. There is no way you're actually like properly dialing that shit in. You're just kind of hoping for the best. Yeah, it's tight-ish, hopefully. Remote. Well, you still need, like, the fact that, like, terminal ballistics over that range, like, even think about it. Like, if you have an MOA rifle, minute of angle rifle, at 100 meters, that means if you shoot all your bullets, they're all going to land within 1 inch. 1 minute of angle, 1 inch at 100 yards, or 100 yards, whatever the conversion is. So you think, okay, for every 100 yards or 100 meters, that cone grows. So once you're 4 clicks out, the cone is massive. Plus wind and Coriolis effect and all that. Remember that Call of Duty level? Coriolis effect and all that jazz? So it's like, you're just kind of yeeting the bullet down there and there might be something in the area. Okay. The Russians? Yeah, they might have been. I mean, they need all the help they can get right now with frickin', you know, as somebody who, you know, former military, I've worked with a bunch of people from different countries and I follow stuff. It is extremely disappointing to see the current stance of the US government in this whole thing. It is extremely disappointing to see the, you know, as much as I don't like Reagan, he'd be rolling in his grave right now if he saw all this shit going on. It is extremely disappointing. All right, 210. Should be throwing every piece of, you know, every single Bradley that's still painted OD green that's been sitting in a freaking warehouse for the past 20 years should be on a boat over there right now. Give them everything they can get their hands on. But I can't talk about politics. People get really angry when I go down that rabbit hole. So we'll dial it back. You know what you're going to do? You're going to go buy some gamer subs. It's got a robotic T-Rex on it. Go buy some gamer subs. Oh, we're heating up. We're stabilizing temp. I have no idea what the starting G code is, by the way. I'm just running this, whatever the stock setup is. So whatever we get is what we get. And I don't have a, oh, home. Okay, home. Okay, you home? I don't know if I have camp set up on this. Oh, we got a problem. I just took a chunk out of the back of the rod. Okay. No beacon model loaded. And okay. Home X. Ooh. Okay, so fun fact. That clears, but I can't go to the back because I hit this. So we got some problems here. No beacon model loaded. What do you mean no beacon model loaded? Okay, 1 second here. So we're XY. Not liking evil in this world sounds like a dumb issue. I know. Okay, so that's that. What do you mean fan 0 is not a valid fan? Fan 0. Okay, so print end, I can't be going to... Because right now, I need it to move to X... X295, Y 290, sure, whatever. Move to the back that way, okay. And then I need to, for cancel print, same thing. Draw lines. G-code resume, cancel print, okay. X, Y. See, I can't be doing this. Because if I cancel print, if I go to the back in the middle, it actually hits. When it's printing, it's okay because there's over travel. But if I just do a Y in the back, it actually hits this. The rear fan hits the Y rod or the Z rod. So I need to go G28 XY. So home X, home Y. Okay, so that's that. Save and restart. I'm thinking I lost my beacon when I auto-calibrated, so home all. Have some sticky tack on hand if you... Yeah, I do need to get some sticky tack. So no beacon model. So it completely lost my beacon model. Okay. So home X, home Y. G0, X150, Y150. For some reason, it lost my beacon. Beacon auto calibrate, go. Get that goop out of the nozzle. Cut off a bit of the lead screw. Well, I'm not gonna go doing that right now. I mean, I could get the Sawzall. I mean, we're not a gunsmith here. We're not taking a Dremel to it. So I just told it, instead of just homing Y, just home XY. Just go to the back right corner. It'll be fine. Do it and chop off those front Z rods. That would be, because the problem is I have to take it apart. I can't just chop the rods assembled. I'd have to tape up the whole printer to prevent gunk from getting in everything. Existing config is corrupted. Can't complete save config. What is going on here? What the frickety frick is going on here? I got half of mine to delete this whole section and let it rebuild. Because it's being stupid and like, what is going on here? Is it because I don't have this? Really? Is that it? Is it because I was missing that stupid little... Let's see, home all? It's because I was missing that stupid thing. Okay, we're good. Print the benchy. Print the benchy. Let's print the benchy. Popping out to the market to get food. Ooh, nice. Oh, what's that? I'm hearing a fan going. One of those fans is rattling and it's annoying. Doesn't matter. Market to get some food. Dude, we're gonna go hit up the local farmers market tomorrow. Get some stuff for breakfast and then pick up something for dinner. Should be pretty good. Need to get a white base. Do they have a white base gunpla? I mean, I'll be honest, I am really looking forward to building that EZ8 and that Goof Custom. I know they're older models, but I'm really looking forward to building those two, because those two are like, well, I'm a sucker for the more like down to earth, as down to earth as a freaking 18-meter tall mech can be. But I'm totally down for those. Okay. By the way, is the Prusa done printing? It is! I can go get my leg joint for the Gundam. Let's go get the leg joint, the foot. I'll be back in 1 second. Hopefully this doesn't break. Bob, keep an eye on this. Okay. Wait, do we even have a Bob in chat? Is that done? Oh, that is done. Perfect. So I'm not going to... Oh, God. Hot. Hot. Hot tamale, hot. Ow. Ow. So I'm gonna print this whole thing again. But I don't want to mess the settings because this came out perfect. There we go. Say hello to the interior of the foot of the Gundam. So who's ready? Ready? I'll zoom in. Oh, printer's printing. I love PLA supports. Okay. It is just oozing. Oh. Doing a purge line? Doing a purge line. Not much purge. Oh, it's starting to extrude. There we go. Now it's extruding. It oozed a lot of that out. Okay, it's doing its thing. I probably should let this cool down a bit before doing this, but ain't nobody got time for that. Ready, ready, ready? I love PLA supports on CFPETG. Okay, now I gotta get this bottom part out. How we doing? How we doing? Ah, it looks okay. A little bit of oozing. I mean, this whole section I probably could have avoided. Oh, there are the fans. Yeah, okay, remind me on the next time I do this, not to put infill in this section. This would have been a nightmare to get out if it wasn't PLA. Like, I can feel the hot air being blown off those fans. What string and retract? I don't know, this is actually the first time I used the tube. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying to get this out. Oh, actually, that came out perfectly. Oh, that's why this is annoying. I wish I had a better camera view, but this will do. Yeah, this was on the XL. That ain't bad for a support interface, eh? That fan is really annoying. That fan is really annoying. No, it shapes on this. It's flat. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of scuffness, but it's like, that's flat. No warping. So this part interfaces with this part. So or does this go like that? I think it goes like that, yeah. So this, I'm not gonna pop it in because I don't know if I can get it out. But this pops into there, and there's your ankle. So the foot goes around this, and then this is your ankle, but it pops in there. So I'm not gonna pop it in yet. Maybe I won't. Yeah, I'm not gonna try popping that in there right now. But yeah, there's not a bad print. That is a horrible print though. I don't think that's working. Let's cancel that. Oh. Hey Luke. The heater ain't working good. What's going on? Why is it at 50? Whoa, whoa. What the fuck happened there? What the fuck happened there? What happened there? Why did it decide to do with that? No, the heater wasn't getting above 50%. I think I just need to go in the config and change that. I hit cancel print. So I hit pause and then I hit cancel. And for some reason that caused it to rehome. Something messed up there. What is going on here? That ain't good. Yeah, I gotta check that cancel G code. Printer.cfg. So where's end print? Because I hit pause, pause worked, print end. Print end, if the, or where's cancel? Cancel print, pause, resume. Okay, cancel print, G28XY. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna remove this. G0X290Y290. It's gonna have it move to the back. Save and restart. Okay, and now Jupiter front. So where is the stupid thing telling it to run at 50% power? 1.0. $42K tariff. What the frick? So what really sucks is now we got to redo the PID. Because so let me run the PID with these fans going a bit too. So let's have the fans going at like, I don't know, 28% or something. I'll do 50%. So we'll do 50% and then we'll PID. There we go. Now the heater is actually going to 100%. That makes a bit more sense. While it does that, let me go get the rest of the foot so you guys can see the foot. Just to give you an idea how big this stupid thing is. Where is it? Yeah, this will do. Grab you, you, and you. Tube don't care. So let's make some room here. So you're PIDing. Oh, now the heater is actually behaving normally. So just to give you an idea of how much we're talking about when it comes to the size of this flipping Gundam. So I don't have all the parts to actually put this together properly. But So that's gonna fit in there. I gotta do some massaging. There's the rear of the foot. Or does this go this way? I think this goes this way, yeah. So you're gonna go in here. There's like other pieces that I don't have. But yeah. This is how big the foot is. I've got left hand and right hand pieces here, so it's a bit mixed up. But yeah. This is big. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got left hand and right hand parts here. That's why it's not lining up the way it should. Yeah, that's why. I got left hand and right hand parts. Because of course they're not nominal. But yeah, there's the boot of a Gundam. And then this will go like that. And then you have the cowling, which are these parts. So this part mounts to this, and then this mounts to this. And then there's also parts in here. So this is the foot. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I don't have. Actually, I probably do have it. Yeah, there's like, where's... Yeah, it's like one of these go on the back, and then there's like... Yeah, it gets really stupid really quick once you start putting this all together. So... So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on all this stupid Gundam building, because this thing is stupidly big and massive. And I just took a chunk out of it. That's great. Oh well. Battle damage. Okay, what's going on? Is it still PID eating? It is. Okay. Save config. No, of course it can't save config. Stupid thing. Control copy. Machine. Jupiter front. Control V. There we go. Save and restart. And that oozed quite a bit right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to heat it up and extrude a little. And then we're going to try the benchy again. And hopefully the heater can keep up. No, this isn't Calico. This is just normal clipper right now. Oh geez, that is a blob of filament. I mean, it extrudes with gusto. I give it credit for that. Okay, let's print a benchy. What will make my tube sufficiently more? Oh yeah. Oh, we are going to be going to Calico. The plan is, because this machine already had a bunch of other stuff done to it and whatnot. So TLDR, this was a kit from Cibor. We built it. It kind of worked, but I kept having gremlins in the tool head. Like, it just kept having weird issues with the tool head. So we swapped out a bunch of stuff and tuning the board. And I just said, after a while, I just said, screw it. And then Luke from Luke's Labs, like, hey man, I got a tube. I got a tubey for you. So he sent me a tubey. We put the tube on here, and he's like, that tool head sucks. I'm gonna give you a takeoff and a Jupiter board, and we're gonna make 48 volts. So he sent me a bunch of shit, and I put on here. So now we have the hardware installed, and I'm like, you know what? Before we jump over to Coleco, get all ColecoVision up in here, we'll just make sure everything works with the original stock Clipper config. Make sure, you know, we have a working config and everything's functional. And then we'll move over to messing with Calico. Because nothing is more annoying than trying to troubleshoot problems when you change everything. So I figure we'll do the hardware stuff first, make sure everything's all happy and hunky-dory. This is just pissing out filament right now. So make sure everything's all hunky-dory, and then we'll switch on over to, yeah, it's just oozing. It's just oozing. So, how is the bucket? The bucket should be okay for a little bit longer. It is just oozing out filament right now. Okay, watch the bed unfrick itself right now. So hopefully now we don't drop down to like barely any flow. Because I don't know about you, the extruder is skipping. Why is the extruder skipping? Pause. I got a feeling PLA in this is going to be a nightmare. And resume. It is creepy how much it creeps. Like, it's the inductive one, so it's not supposed to need part cooling fan, but I'm getting a ton of creep on this. I'm just gonna have to do like a crazy like purge beforehand. It's actually the air. Tube conduction and air are the same. Oh. Tube is the hot end. Yeah, it's PLA. It's Prusament PLA. You got the air version. I thought you sent me the conductive version. No. Well, you told me I didn't need a part cooling fan. Or a heatsink fan. Your Bowden might be too short and not enough compression. That is a possibility. We may have to take a look at it. We might be doing that at the start of the stream on Tuesday. Is dropping the heater off this to see what the heck's going on. So. Yeah, it might be a PTFE thing if we're getting that much of a creep issue, so. God, hearing those fans ramp up is nuts. So I'll do that so you guys can see the printer a little better. I know I don't have a mobile cam right now. I have it downstairs. There we go. All I know is be thankful I have noise canceling. Orange juice, them's are fighting words in the chat right now. A larger purge line, yeah. Or you want me to turn off noise canceling? Behold my hell. There you go. Well, hey, look. The heater is actually able to keep up at 215 instead of dropping down to 175. It's amazing. A heater works better when it's at 100% instead of 50. Crank the accels up. Can I modify the accels during the print? I don't think I can. Let's see here. Printer, oh, no. What is... We're gonna work our way up. While it's doing that, I'm gonna get a beer. Because why not? Smoke them if you got them. And by smoke them if you got them, follow all legal local laws and regulations. This one has whatever Luke sent me in terms of shield. Man, I can feel those fans here. Like, those fans are moving so much air that's being blasted off. I can feel the fan, like... Nothing in the front, but the side. So I'm standing here getting blasted from hot air from the bed that's being directed off the hot end in the bed, and then cool air on my back from the air conditioner. Speaking of hot air, it needs a chamber heater. No, this printer, when it's all enclosed, gets hot. So, Luke, this shouldn't have any issues printing ABS and ASA enclosed, right? Without the heatsink fan. Can you even put a heatsink fan on this? Is there even a mount for a heatsink fan? Not really. How hot? High 60s, low 70s. Figure out why it was not draining? Yes. I had to shim it because my garage isn't flat. So that garages slope towards the exit of the garage, and they also slope inward, mine. So where I have it, it was basically ever so slightly leaning downhill. So I had to just prop the front up a bit, and now it drains out the back just fine. So, yeah, now it works. Mobile camera is kind of useless, so we'll go to overhead for a bit. Actually, do I have a little container? I want to drain some of this water. Yeah, that is filling up quick. It's not good to drink water out of a dehumidifier, right? By the way, fun fact, every time you see one of those, like, new invention pulls water out of air and it's going to solve water problems in Africa. Yeah, it's called a dehumidifier. So if you ever see those, they pop up on, they used to pop up on Kickstarter. I've seen them on like a few YouTubers that I watch that like shit on Kickstarters. One of them, like, you always see it where it's like, oh, we're raising money to install these machines in Africa that'll pull water out of the air and it's super healthy and whatever. And it's like, one, they're dehumidifiers. You can't pull water out of the air when it's in the desert. Too dry. Two, they're moldy. Dehumidifier water is very bad to drink. It's not good for you. I keep hitting that button. There's nothing to look at. So, put the microphone as close to the fan out. I mean, I could put it like. But yeah, don't drink water out of your dehumidifier unless it's like end of the world emergency. Who here paid attention in history class? What is the aluminum bed thickness? 8 mil. It's 5/16, 8 mil, I think. Yeah, 8 mil. What is history? Apparently something we like to repeat. Running space dehumidifiers even in desert is not zero. Yeah, but it works better in Star Wars because science and tech shit. Print your Zeta access part out of PPS H and slap in a 500 watt convenience. I mean, I probably could get this up. Like, here's the thing. I don't know how hot this is going to get now. We are actually under extruding the PLA, by the way. We're under extruding PLA. What hot end can you use? This tool head is basically designed just for the tube. I don't know of any other tool heads that or hot ends you can put on here. More heat. Okay. 220. I mean, it's holding solid at 215. But we are getting a little bit of under extrusion on the PLA. Then again, I could have a PTFE Bowden issue in there, so. Hydrogel panel. Developed by MIT. Hydrogel panel. This is June 2025, so it's relatively new. Runs on its own without power source. 160 millimeters, 2/3 of a cup of water a day. I mean, that's not bad. The question is, how long can it go for? Like, can you like set it up and leave it alone for months? Like, so, like, if they can get it working, I'm all for it. If they can get it working and it's safe and it's usable, the problem is, how much does it cost? How much maintenance does it need? And how scalable is it? That's the problem. Why do I keep going to that camera? Now, let's go to overhead for a bit. You know what sucks? I gotta find where I put all the panels for this printer now. I don't know where I put all the panels. Like, I think they're on the floor somewhere over in the other area of storage. I gotta find where I put all the panels for this printer. Yeah, air conditioner is different from air conditioners act like dehumidifiers at times, but air conditioners are different. When the Gundam is finished, where will he live? That's a problem for Future Taylor, and I'm getting dangerously close to being Future Taylor. So I got to figure that out soon. The plan is to build it and then bring it to 3D Printopia. And then after that, bring it home and have it set up in either probably the downstairs print room. I'm going to reorganize that room a bit and try and turn it into more of a studio. Because I'm actually streaming down there on Twitch every now and then, building Gundams and whatnot. So hopefully it'll be part of that. So. Future Taylor told me past Taylor is a jerk. Well, I'm current Taylor, so I'm good, right? Current Taylor right now is fine. Yeah, past Taylor was a douche canoe, and future Taylor he's got his own problems. But current Taylor is doing good. I got a beer, I got a printer making stuff. We're good. Some toy collectible. No! Dude, I'm not giving... I mean, if somebody wants to buy the giant Gundam from me after, I will part with it for a couple thousand. Cash under the table. Spotted cow. What do you mean spotted cow? PVA? I don't think I've ever used PVA. I don't think I've ever used PVA. Oh, the beer. Okay. Do they have it in cans? Beer is popular unfiltered farmhouse ale from New Glarus Brewing Company in Wisconsin. Yeah, so it's probably not in Canada. I don't think it's in Canada. Yeah, nope, they don't carry it. Up here in Canada, a lot of the liquor stores don't carry anything American right now. Pretty much, you go into any liquor store in, like, Ontario, they don't have American liquor at all. Like, they have some American beer. If you count American beer as liquor, I mean, I count it as water. But in terms of, like, was it, like, Kentucky bourbon or anything like that? Yeah, we don't have that. You don't get it in Canada. I actually, some provinces, I think they still have it. But Ontario, no American alcohol or liquor. Same with wine. They got rid of the American wine section too. Outside of Wisconsin. Oh yeah, that's right. You got some weird rules when it comes to that. Prohibition? No, after the your douche canoe of a president decided to get all 51st state, a bunch of provinces here in Canada, because liquor is sold, like, it's controlled by the province in terms of selling it and whatnot. A bunch of the provinces are like, okay, cool, we're just not going to buy your liquor anymore. And it's actually hurting some American whiskey companies quite a bit. So, you want to start with that bullshit? We'll just stop buying your shit. So. Which is funny because, like, the LCBO, which is the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, which is where you go to buy liquor in Ontario, you have to go to the LCBO. They are the largest, or they were, the largest single purchaser of American alcohol in the world in terms of, like, one entity buying. So, and because they were so big, they were able to get liquor without buying it. So they would get liquor shipped to them, and then they would sell it, and then they would pay it back. So the whole, you know, like when, you know, all the rednecks thought it would be cool to, like, shoot up Bud Light that they already bought because somebody they don't like was on the box of a couple cans and they freaked out and it broke their brains. So they already bought it. We didn't. We just stopped selling it. So if they're hurting, they have to sell at a discount. I mean, if you're okay losing your largest single purchaser. If I ran a company and my largest single purchaser stopped buying from me, that'd be a problem. And it actually is a problem, because I'm pretty sure I've seen a thing in the news the other day. There's quite a few, like, Kentucky whiskey companies that are hurting because of this. And Europe's doing it too. We're not the only one. So. One winery in Cali. Yeah, a bunch of California wineries have lost a lot of business too. Yeah, when you lose sales, you increase price to make up for the difference. That's how it works. The price doesn't go down when sales go down. Make chicken at home now because KFC. I mean, I try to cook at home during the week. On the weekend, like, we go to the mall on the weekend, so we'll have lunch at the mall. And every now and then we'll go out for pizza or whatever, but I usually cook at home. I stopped going to Tim Hortons because Tim Hortons is shit. So I make my coffee at home now. Arguing with trumpets is like arguing with flat earthers and earth. It's funny because it's a pipeline. Go watch, the channel's called Folding Ideas, I think. Go watch the video on YouTube, just in search of a flat earth. Flat earth is a pipeline. It preys on people, and it gets them into a pipeline that leads to alt-right and a whole bunch of other conspiracy bullshit. The flat earth is a pipeline. A lot of conspiracies, let me put on my conspiracy hat. A lot of conspiracies exist to get people into more conspiracies. It's a pipeline. And it preys upon people. It takes advantage of people when they're at their weakest. So. Yeah, Timmy sucks. Honestly, I have a 5-cup Mr. Coffee. It makes 2 cups. So when it's me and the wifey, we get a cup each. Or when it's just me, that's 2 cups of coffee, which is all I need. And I have a Black & Decker, or it's like a Hamilton Beach coffee grinder. Here, let me show you. This is my bougie coffee setup. By the way, we're going Nero After Dark, so for those that want to complain about politics or me going down rabbit holes and ranting, we're in After Dark hours right now, so deal with it. Coffee. Let me find my coffee setup. This is my super bougie coffee setup. It's a Hamilton. This was what I was cleaning. It's clean now. It's a Hamilton Beach coffee grinder. I bought it at Walmart for like $10 about 5 years ago. It's been beat to shit, but that's it. And then a Mr. Coffee coffee cup. And yeah, that's my coffee setup. I buy my coffee, the premium, whatever the heck was on sale the week I ran out of coffee beans. That's what I buy. So I go to Costco when I run out. Whatever's on sale, I buy a bag of. And then I throw like 4 scoops in there. I grind it up. I throw it in there and I make my coffee. And yes, I have a coffee mug with a Benchy on it. My wife got it for me for Father's Day. It says #1 dad on the back. She's like, literally, she's like, yeah, I know you like boat because of that printing thing, so I put a boat on it. I'm like, love you, boo. Yeah, Gucci Aya. I be ballin'. But literally, this whole setup right here is like $30 at Walmart. I think I paid $20 for the coffee maker and like $10 for the coffee grinder. You as long as you grind your own beans, yes, it's a shitty cheap electric grinder, but it's going to be better than grinding beans at the store or buying pre-ground coffee and like 2 months later finally using it. So yeah, grind your beans in a cheap coffee grinder and then just use a filter. I use filters. I don't care. Your coffee setup in stream chat. Everyone post your coffee setups in stream chat. We're going to critique everyone's coffee setups now. What is this avant-garde, like, abstract art bullshit? What the frick is this? Are you measuring, like... Do I not need to go get my powder scale for my reloading bench to make coffee? No. Dude, I have a cup. I have like a little tablespoon cup. I just go, That's enough. Sometimes the cup is full, sometimes it's not. Whatever. What is all this shit? You know what this is? You know what this is? This is mold. This is asking for mold. Everyone put your coffee setups in stream chat. We're gonna judge them harshly. That thing is a mystery. I've had that coffee setup literally $30. I've had it for at least 5 years and it's been fine. And I use it every other day, like throughout the year, probably every other day. During the week, I use it more. Some days I make more than 1 batch. And by the way, for your coffee purists out there, when I make a second batch of coffee, you know what I do? I grind some more beans and just put them on top of the already soaked bean ground. I just grind some more beans and I just pour it on top and then I fill it with water and run it again. I don't even change the filter. Oh, we got another one. Dr. Dave, what do we got here? See, I don't have time for this. I used to have a French press. I gave up on it after about a month. I got too annoyed. Okay, so here's the thing. Espresso people, I don't fuck with. Espresso people are their own thing. So you know what? The espresso setups, I get. If you're just like me, when it comes to just bean juice, though, to wake me up in the morning, I do not care. You cannot be fancy with bean juice. Espresso, I get. Also, I'm hoping my audio isn't horrible. This thing is really flipping loud. Yeah, the oh, the Keurig. I have a Keurig. I haven't used it in a while. You know what these are really good for, though? I used to have one of these. I got to get a new one because I broke it. These I use for cold brew. What I'll do is in the morning, what I used to do, I had like a big one of these French presses. And what I would do is I would just take coffee grounds, put it in there, like coarse ground, fill it with water, and then I'd put it in the fridge for the day. And then at the end of the day, and then I'd make myself an iced coffee at the end of the day. So I used to do that, but I broke it, so I got to get a new one. But that's been a couple years, and I've been too late to get a new one. I keep forgetting. So your coffee grinder is now an herb grinder. There you go. Hey, at least don't ever do, for those that partake of the devil's lettuce, don't do the 3D printed grinders or the resin grinders. You're asked. We already got enough microparticles in it already. Oh, we got more. Ooh, mini espresso. That's cool. That is a purist right there, Mike. That is somebody who doesn't have time to mess around. Hot water poured in. Wake and bake and off you go. Yeah. Honestly, this right here is a premier minimalist setup. Ah, the Black & Decker. I'm, again, personally a fan of the Mr. Coffee, but you have a strong setting. See, this is fancy for me. I have on and off. That's it. Strong. What do we got? Strong and brew later. Ooh, that's cool. I love the, by the way, I got no time for espresso. I love the look of espresso machines. I will say, espresso machines, I love the aesthetic of the espresso machine. It's like, they're either stupidly futuristic and they look like they're like, somebody stole it from the set of Star Trek, or they got like the retro vibe going on. So, steampunk, yeah, steampunk. It would actually be, I'm surprised no YouTube like channel has made like a steampunk espresso machine with like all shiny polished copper tubes and whatnot. What does this say? Beep? Boop? Beep dog? Oh, beep dog. Okay, there we go. Usually full of Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Dr. Pepper Zero is my go-to. Another Breville coffee or espresso. What is this? Dolce Gusto. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was like one of those Hamilton Beach egg McMuffin makers at first. Please tell me you put the Takis in there. Just a heads up, we got about 20 minutes left in the stream, so if you have not entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, we're going to be doing the draw at 11. Also, while you're down there, if you have not entered yet, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed for more fun, crazy adventures like this. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter. If you're really cool, gifting memberships to others in chat. That way we can all hang out when we do members-only stream. We should be doing one next week. If not next week, the week after. And you also get videos early and behind-the-scenes stuff and whatnot on the Discord. And also, I think Polymaker's sale is still on. So check out the link in the affiliate link for the Polymaker link. I think their summer sale is still on. And if not, check out the other affiliate link. Don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Go buy some gamer subs. Use code Canuck. Save money. And glue. Go buy some glue. And I believe there is a link below for Luke Slab, but I don't have any affiliate stuff with him. Just go buy something from him because he's a cool guy. Or something. Tube. What the heck is printer? So this is a Seabor Trident, which is based on a Voron Trident, but it's quad XY. So we have 4 motors on the XY, and then we have a takeoff tool head with tube hot end and a Jupiter board running at 48 volts. And this is from Luke's Lab. Oh yeah, these are blowy-matrons. I have noise canceling on, and I'm talking louder than I normally do because these fans are stupid loud. So my audio is probably horrible on the stream right now. But I can feel the fans from here, put it that way. These are blowy-matrons. I need to get this printer back enclosed. And printing ABS, because the tube is not a fan of the PLA. You're going to explain why you're not putting a tube on the Venture XL? There are other things in the works with the Venture XL. I will say the Rapido Ultra High Flow is chooching at 50 millimeters cubed a second just fine. But I've been talking to somebody else about something. We'll see. There's ringing from the... Okay, so here's the thing. I could turn off the filters. So if you guys want no noise canceling to get rid of the annoying ringing, I could turn off the filters if you're okay with this. But I don't think you are. So we'll leave them on. I also have an air conditioner running behind me. That is getting full of water. Uh-oh, I need to drain that. Uno momento, por favor. I need a bucket. Where is my Home Depot? It's downstairs. Oh no. My Home Depot bucket is downstairs. You know what? I'm just going to turn the air conditioner off. We're almost at the end of the stream. I'll live. There. Let's put on fan mode. There's 15 minutes left in the stream. Yeah. Retrofitted a Delta. Well, these are, they are Deltas. Here, I'll show you. They are... man. They are these guys. They're Deltas. So they are 21 cubic feet per meter. CFM. What is CFM? Cubic feet per meter? Cubic feet per minute? Cubic feet per minute. So there's 2 of these. So we have 42 CFM of cooling. Yeah. Well, I got temporary AC. I want to put a proper like heat pump system in, but it needs to not be 60 degrees in my attic. So, what's my favorite Doron printer? And it's the Velta. Well, it's the Velta because it's the only Doron. Yeah, with ABS they run at 20%. Yeah, these are straight up blowy-matrons. I will say these are so loud I forgot the Prusa was running. A small. Well, if I had a little, like if I had a drain hole, I would put it into a drain hole and not worry about it. But my garage doesn't have a drain hole, so I drain it into a bucket, and then after stream I just throw the bucket outside. Because I only run the fan when I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, I don't run the AC. So the AC is literally on. I turn it on 2 hours before I stream. So on a normal week, The AC is only on for 15 hours-ish. 2 hours before the stream, 3 hour stream, and then I turn it off. That's it. During the week, I don't bother. Yeah, it's hot out here, but I'm not out here for lengths of time. I'll come out here to check on prints and whatnot and set stuff up, but it's usually not that bad. It's only like I only need the AC out here when I'm out here for a long length of time. Or if I'm going to film a video, I'll come out before I film a video, cool it off, and then turn it on. Turn it off when I'm filming, but yeah. Who's my favorite Patreon supporter and why is it Deep Dog? Because you're on the Patreon. Everyone on Patreon is my favorite Patreon supporter, but also the YouTube members. And you could be one or the other for only $2 a month. How cool is that? Have any tried the smartphone apps that's supposed to cure tinnitus? No. I just kind of deal with it. Fun fact, kids, don't ever forget your ear pro on a grenade range. It doesn't end well. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah, Apulo, you would get VIP if YouTube had VIPs. Instead, I just made you a moderator. That's not good. I thought this wasn't supposed to go near land. I thought this hurricane wasn't supposed to go near land. I mean, it's... Okay, so it's not going near land. Okay, it's just gonna... Okay, we're good. Steve's weather page. What is Steve's weather page? Is that Facebook? Oh, we'll go on X. I don't use Facebook. What's Steve's weather page? Oh. Okay, yeah, so there's like a slight chance it can hit these islands, but yeah, it should be okay. It's hurricane season already. What the heck? What do I get a pillow effect when I run ABS or is my fans are low? Like, what do you mean a pillow effect? Like, are you talking elephant foot? Mike's weather page. What's Mike's weather page? Who's Mike's weather page? Oh, wow, that's... Look at all this juicy data. He looks so happy there. That's a biggin. Look how big that is. I'm so glad I live in boring southern Canada. Like, with we get the odd EF0 or EF1 tornado. That's about it. Get too close to those rip currents. Oh, dude, I live in southern Ontario. We have Point Peely, and the undercurrent there is insane. I mean, we have one of the city beaches that's closed now because I think 2 kids drowned earlier this year, and I think 5 have over the past like decade because there's like an undercurrent, and they have a bunch of signs up telling people not to go there, but they keep going there, so they shut down the whole beach. It's like, oh, you can't read the signs, shut down the beach. Oh, printer's done. I can hear again. That is insane. So here's my thinking with turbulence. This is how I justify not caring about turbulence on planes. How many times have you seen a video of these NOAA planes flying through a hurricane? These planes that are like old military planes. They're like 50 years old, and they're just flying them through the eye wall of a hurricane, and everything's bouncing around. When was the last time you heard of one of those planes crashing? I've never heard of one crashing. Have you ever heard of one crashing? And they fly through hurricanes all the time. So I'm not worried about turbulence on a normal passenger plane because it's not as bad as a hurricane. So just like make sure you wear your seatbelt. That's my only advice for the traveling on a plane. Wear your seatbelt at all times unless you absolutely have to take it off to go to like the washroom, because you get that random turbulence and next thing you know, your head's in the luggage. Okay, so we have some under extrusion issues. Can you see it? Yeah, you could see the under extrusion. But for untuned PLA, that ain't bad. Definitely gonna have to play around with settings. I don't know what the max flow rate. I forgot to check what the flow rate was. I highly doubt we were at 72. I wish there was a way to show like a graph of flow rate. So, yeah, just remember, what is the video of Boeing wing failure test? Like, for those that don't know how much these wings can flex before they fail. Here, let me actually try and find the right video. Okay, we're watching it in blurry vision. But like, how much these wings can flex before they break. Like, look at the wing. The wing goes all the way up to there. Look how much that's flexed. Like, this is a 777, I believe. Look how much that wing is flexed up. The tip's up there before it fails. So it has to go beyond what any normal load will happen before it fails. Like, it's insane. You have to go so much beyond what it would experience in normal everyday flight for the wing to snap. Like, wings just don't fall off planes. They just forget to bolt them on sometimes. Go Boeing. Okay. So yeah, we got it working. On Tuesday, we will continue the Tuesday trend, and we will get Calico going on here. We'll install Calico Clipper, and we'll play around with some tuning some more, and we'll do some more printing, and we'll have some fun stuff. I got to figure out how to get this umbilical setup working on this guy as well. So we might do that well on Tuesday. So let's do the giveaway. Or actually, no, we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the giveaway. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do so now. Enter now. Link in the description. Do it now. Yeah, this actually works really good. This Bowden setup will work really good. Somebody's like, I gotta mount it to the gantry though. Because it's a 600mm cube, I don't want to have an umbilical go all the way from the very top right all the way to the bottom. I only want to deal with the umbilical on the XY. So I'm going to have to mount it to the rear extrusion, have a PTFE tube, and then I'm going to have another PTFE tube come out the back, and I'll have to put like a slot in the rear panel to ride up and down with it. And then that'll be fed from something like a spool holder or something. That's how it's set up on Phoenix, by the way, for those wondering. The Phoenix umbilical sits on the rear extrusion. So I'm gonna basically copy that, so. No SP3s. Yeah, but 777s don't fly through hurricanes. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, their planes are designed to fly through hurricanes, but normal planes aren't. They don't ever have to, but they can still probably do it. I'm sure if a pilot knew what they were doing and they knew what they were getting into, you probably could fly a regular commercial plane through a hurricane if you like knew what you were doing. And I'm sure the plane would probably be fine. I'm sure it would be fine. Are we printing? What exactly are you doing? Am I printing? We were printing. We just finished printing, and then in 2 minutes we're gonna do a giveaway and then end the stream. If you just got here, we're right at the end of like a 3-hour stream. we did some clipper config stuff, we did some PID tuning and getting this printer ready to print, and then we printed something, and now the stream's pretty much over and I'm about to do a giveaway. So, behold, a Benchy. I have a Benchy on my hat. It's a copper pin. As long as it, yeah. Those are the 737s that had all that issues, right? Which printer did we use? A Seaboard. Jet engines can take an amazing amount of water. Yeah, it's liquid cooling. They actually run more efficient when you fly them through a cloud because it's liquid cooling. They can run cooler so they can get more power, right? Right. Right? That makes sense, right? How's the Gundam going? We're nearing the end of printing, actually. I'm printing like some of the last parts that I can print on the Core 1s and the Mark IV right now. The problem is the rest of the parts I have are parts like this. Like these. These are like ankle parts for the leg. And the problem is I have to print these on the XL because, well, these ones are printed, but like this part right here, this will barely fit on a Core 1. The problem is I don't want to waste an absolute ton of filament for support. So I'm printing these parts on the Core, on the XL, so I can use PLA support, so I can save my CF PET G. But I've got like another 7 or 8 parts that are like the same that I have to print on the XL because they're so big. I literally can't print them on the Core 1s. So I have about another week of printing, and then I'll have everything printed. The last parts for the head are printing right now, so I actually might be able to put the head together tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So, because that was actually the plan, was hopefully I was going to do this week's video, was going to putting the head of the Gundam together. But it might be a Monday or Tuesday video. We'll see. There was a case where a Qantas A380 had damage to the control systems and the airport fireman cannot kill the engine running with fire hose. Can't you just shut off the fuel? Can't you, like, isn't that like a big critical component of planes is being able to shut off fuel to the engines? So, did I have a sponsor? All the filament for the Gundam is Prusament. It's all Prusament or Buddy 3D filament, and it's sponsored by Prusa. So they sent me the filament because this is a lot of filament. This weighs 5 kilograms. And that's just the torso. We also have the waist with like the 2 little stubs of the legs here. That's all I got put together. Oh, I got the arms. The arms are downstairs, so. We're at like, last I checked, we're up to 36 kilograms of printed filament. This thing is gonna be like 40 kilograms. Of printed filament. Now, it's obviously some of that is reprinted stuff. Some of it is support. For example, when it comes to support, this is my bin of support right here. I've been collecting all the support material and I've been putting it in this bin. This is full. This is all filled with support. By the way, this was printed on the Venture, and it's held up. Like, the bottom hasn't fallen out or anything. So, somebody's like, oh, just use it as a garbage bin. And guess what? It's a garbage bin. So, the back of, like, down here is all filled with boxes of Gundam parts. So, Okay, let's do this giveaway. If you did not enter, you will have another chance to win filament on Tuesday. Accept our responses, no more. Link to sheet, create. Copy that, close that, close that. File save. And marbles. You know what show I started watching? Started watching it. I watched the pilot whenever it came out, and then I haven't watched anything since. But I watched the rest of it, like the next couple episodes today. Amazing Digital Circus. It's a series on YouTube. It's depressing as shit, but it's good. It's funny. Dark humor. I like dark humor. I'm not going to spoil anything. But yeah, it's not bad. Okay, it borked. 1 second. Let me copy the names again. I hate when it does this. Okay, copy all the names. Control copy. Give me my names. Control A, delete, Control V. File, save, clear, open. Try this again. There we go. But yeah, Amazing Digital Circus. I started watching that, and it's in progress. I think they're done at 6 episodes of 9 is the plan. And yeah, it's not bad. If you're looking for a random YouTube series to watch, give it a shot. How many do we have? 213. Play. Andor. Yeah, I need to watch Andor. I'm probably going to watch it with the wife and I haven't gotten around to it. Right now we're watching Murderbot. Okay, so how this works, if you win, you get a spool filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and you're the luckiest ball in the world and you win, you get a free hat. This ball's looking lonely. You look lonely. Gergman, if you win, you get a free hat along with your spool filament from Polymaker. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. If you like the smash button and ring the bell, or subscribe to the channel, it actually greases your ball up, and I guarantee it goes 9,000% faster. So make sure you're subscribed. I've been watching OG Gundam. I watched the original series. I finished watching that a couple weeks ago. I'll be honest, it's rough getting started, but once it gets to the last arc, it's actually pretty good. Like, it holds up surprisingly well, that last arc of the original Gundam series. And then I started watching Zeta Gundam, and then Camille annoyed me, so I stopped watching it. So I gotta get back into that. Taskmaster. I've watched a few clips of Taskmaster. It's just, I don't know what it is with British shows. Like the fluff, I don't know. The fluff in the middle, where they just bantering. I know that's a big part of British shows, but I like the meat and potatoes. Like, one of my favorite YouTube channels is a YouTube channel that takes Mythbusters episodes and turns them into 5-minute episodes. That's like my favorite type of YouTube channels. Like, just cut out the fat. No, War in the Pocket is not on Crunchyroll. I need to watch it. Stone Rocker, you're in the lead and you're holding it pretty well. It's yours to lose, I think, unless you really faff it up or you just get bad. Oh shoot, it's one of these ones. Does it move? No, it's not moving. So you have pretty good luck here. Whoever falls through first is gonna win. Stone Rocker. Stone Rocker, congratulations. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Let me pull you up in chat here. Stone Rocker. There we go. So congratulations, Stone Rocker. Okay. 8th MS is really good. Yeah, it is. Thanks to Apulo, we're going to be building on Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch, Nero3D on Twitch. We're going to be building a Goof Custom and an Easy 8 Gunpla set on Twitch over the next little bit. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links to them in the video description, along with links to like gamer subs. Use code Canuck, save some money, and a bunch of others. Links in the description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Shout out to Luke's Lab for providing the hardware for this rebuild. We will be continuing on with this printer on Tuesday. And for those that donated to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you for not being able to do the things I do, create the content I create. Without your continued support, you make it all possible. We're gonna call it there. I'm Taylor Canuck Creator. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night.